very, very quiet. We are hunting phasmas.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
He looks around confused. Something is wrong, very wrong with him now. It's right there. Can't you see it? Point. He doesn't finish the sentence. One letter is all he can produce. His hands are numb and he stares at them. Nothing. Nothing is what he tried to say. There is nothing for him. Only the reeds for him. The reeds and devastation. I'll leave you be. Kim, what do I do?
Yes?
Really? Okay. Everyone else seems to be taking this very casually. At least Kim came with me here. Okay, so I don't need authority with the bug. I might need shivers. I might need logic. I don't know. Electrochemistry might be important. Inland Empire might be important. Empathy might be important. Half-Light is probably not. Okay, so I have a hat and a glove spot to fill. I don't think that I'm going to do very good with either of those. Wait. 2 empathy? Or more Inland Empire and Volition? Alright, hat and gloves. Let's just try to keep things narrow in scope. Interfacing. Ugh. Why did I ever take that? Do we need more logic? And if we take logic, then do we switch that around to find something else? I think that's the answer. Okay. Alright, where's the peepo? So take that logic away. Oh, hello. Triangong 446. The bolt-action 446 caliber Triangong is the poor man's sniper rifle. While not the most reliable of firearms, it is relatively precise due to a very manageable recoil, thus allowing the shooter to take multiple consecutive shots fast. This particular piece is missing a scope, though. Okay, so we need to find that. I put a hat on. I still don't have gloves, but I don't have any useful gloves, I don't think. Alright, white hands, so we look like... What do we do? We're gonna need that. I should have been using those during the whole damn conversation. Missed out on a lot of opportunities. Oh well. Not like I'm going back. Okay, so... Conceptualization could be good, but I think Shivers and Inland, and I know I have a shirt for that. Well, Shivers and Physiant. I don't care about it. Yeah, no. Composure? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have these moments every day, after all. So what is my shivers anyway right now? Seven. Probably don't get another point. Man, we've come a long way. Look at all these skills. I didn't think this was going to finish before the end of the game, but we tried. Alright, conceptualization is a blue skill. We'll be okay. We'll take the extra shivers. No authority whatsoever. Okay, but if that's logic, I don't have a hat that raises anything that I want to here. I missed some things in the game. It happens. Inland Empire and Volition, or Empathy? Empathy. Inland Empire. Shivers. No, Anorak. That was Shivers and Composure. Almost looks appropriate for being the heck out here. Electrochem might be good. Pardon me. Alright. We're ready. As ready as we're gonna be. I really wish I would have remembered to do that during the interrogation. Might have actually made that logic check. Kim, you ready? I don't think I will ever be ready for this moment, Detective. Okay. The creature stands on long, stilt-like legs antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. The segmented antennae move with apprehension, searching for something that's not there. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. Oh, we've done that recently. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch. Oh, wow! Lena's childhood experience gives us 3. The Miracle Way Out in the West gives us 1. And we put a bunch of that pheromone on. If we didn't, I don't even think we get to do this. Listen carefully. Kim, this is the Insulindian Phasmid.
It is.
You hear the familiar ring of his jacket unzipping. Slowly, painstakingly so. You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminum. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera! No, no! The flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now. No, Kim, the flash is loud. He won't like that.
Photo. No one will believe us.
He continues to pull the lens open. From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the Phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid. Kim, it's afraid. Stop now.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He has stopped fiddling with the camera, but he doesn't put it down. You see the Phasmid turn to him, its mandible antenna reaching out. The motions are quick, sudden. Just listen to me, Kim.
Okay.
He puts his finger to his lips and nods. We're gonna take a picture. I promise you, Kim. Alright, the spindly mechanism turns itself back to you. Its antenna taking their measure of the air slowly. Alright, say something to it quietly. Like, don't be afraid. Nothing changes in the cylindrical praying motion of the creature's limbs. They are porcelain white on the inside and reed colored on the out. Beige, light brown, and striped. You are unsure if it is scared or not. That is exactly how Lena described it. Its insect mind is impenetrable to your reasoning. Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps towards the Phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows, like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. Ugh, you reek of it. Your chemicals. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you. Hissing and clicking. It extends its mandible-like antenna to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water. Kim, it's smelling me. Maybe it is real. The pheromone. The lieutenant's mouth is agape. The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue to expand like lunglets, breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze. Raise your hand. Slowly. The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid! No, raise the other hand too. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain knitting above you, praying to you. Don't pray to me. I'm nothing. The reed creature does not stop its stridulations. It towers above you, parting the reeds it emerged from. Tuft-like structures still rustle on its joints. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god! Hi. I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am. No reply. A total, ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you. Stand on your tiptoes, look more closely. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature. On its segmented lower lip, it looks to be foaming slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before. Like burnt roses. Kim, it's foaming. Careful, it may be poisonous. The lieutenant watches you apprehensively. The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning. Apricot blossoms, white blossoms erupting, a sensation like cold hands on your face. Inland Empire, medium 11. Tell me, what are you doing? No. We have so many pluses to this. First, talking to the dead man. We didn't give up on looking for the phasmid. We know about parthenogenesis. Thank you. And we saw the hanged man, or we saw the deserter freak the heck out. Not gonna lie, if we had a 2, I was gonna go back. I exist. I exist. I exist too. Tell me what it's like for you. If I tell you, what'll happen? Then I will tell you what it's like for me. I'm ill. What is your illness? My body aches. I'm bleeding. I smelled it, even when you stepped on the island. Strawberries. Fresh bursts of red Okay, somebody put bless you in the comments. Just take my word for it that I sneezed, and we'll move on. Okay? Okay. Fresh bursts of red strawberries. Ripe turning riper. Soon you'll be rotten. Now, I will tell you what it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images. A kind of darkness being intruded upon. Transient. Dim. Moist. Intruded upon by what? Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I'm at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless. So light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing? I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache. You're the type of animal that I would like to be. Are you sure? Yeah, I am. Why do you ask? Sometimes, when molting, I regrow a lost limb. One time something went wrong and a small leg replaced a missing antenna. That's horrible. Yes, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk. But you don't have a foot there now. Yes, thankfully someone ate it. The next time I molted, I grew an antenna again. That's nature for you. Nature doesn't care about your feelings. I am a detective. So am I. What, really? I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect? The killer. He is in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration. Wait, you're destroying him? Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me too long, and I'm destroying him. So, pheromones, biochemicals, semiochemicals, whatever we were saying, that the bug gives off. Isn't this exactly what we were imagining and supposing with the cryptozoologists? And to a lesser extent, the crypto-fascist? I think it is. We are learning so much. Is this a dream? What is happening? No, you are awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real. Where does this come from? All this? Around us? The world? Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lilies. Then all we can do is beat our fists against it? Day after day with no answer? You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum, yum. Or a reed. Wait, so you look like a reed and you eat reeds? Yes, they don't mind. Have you accidentally eaten another reed phasmid? Yes. I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident. I'm gonna do that again because we need to know. Perhaps it's sent to us by a god? I think we should eat it. Okay, same thing. What exactly are you? I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodea, endemic to the Insulindian Isola. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds. Folding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and buoys. Buoys! Oh! Now we know what that Shivers thing told us. It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage. I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. How do you know that word? I don't know. Also by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first but didn't stay have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the Citizens Militia in Revachol, district of Martinez, March 51. Are you poisonous? Yes. I do not have a startle display, so I use a neurodegenerative alimone to aid in camouflage. Do not worry, it is only destructive over long periods of time. Oh, the deserter, he's been here for a long time. Are you the miracle? No, you are the miracle. What? How? The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively median life form, while you are extreme, all-engulfing madness. A volatile simian nervous system, ominously new to the planet. The Pale, too, came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Snedarians do not. The Radial Symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all. The Pale is human-made? It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind. I don't have that kind of power. You are a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Given enough time, you would wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident. How? We suspect it'll be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse. Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts. Worse how? Everything your eyes touch go back there, behind the nerve mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all day, or just forget? Have I always thought this way? No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation. I've already forgotten the whole world once, when I drank too much. So it is already happening. Soon one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed. I've got to go down that road again. Blink, quick. Please do not do that again. Alright, I will be extra careful not to blink again, Stick Insect. Don't worry. Please be. Kim? Am I having a violent seizure? It doesn't look like that, no. What does it look like? You're just staring at it, he whispers. Then I think I'm having a vision. About the final fate of mankind. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case? Sort of. I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species. Stickbug, I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all. I forget I can't click 0 for 10. I have to actually click it. No. There is one more. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest. Thank you. I also have one thing to say to you before you go. That woman turned from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For freedom. Wow. Okay. I will. She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that. That's not the one I wanted. Do I get anything else out of this? Okay, Kim. Take the picture. Okay. With a slow ring of metal, the lieutenant slides the lens open and raises it to eye level. There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you. In 3, the lieutenant whispers, his voice is tense. If it moves, you jump back, I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned towards the lieutenant. Hypnotized by the flash, it stands frozen before you. The sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this giant statue of chitinous marble. I got it. You hear the lieutenant whisper, as the creature's shape develops onto photo paper in his hand. A polychrome ghost of white streaks against the reeds in the sky. And you, as a shadow before it. For all time. Slowly reach out and touch the creature's whisker. The antennae hang from a great, great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body. It's surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet. Looks like someone's got hurt in a fight. This antenna is much smaller than the other one. Didn't we already hear that story? Be careful, detective. It's moving. Look at your finger. You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen. Carefully pet the scythe-like forearm. The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over, its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning. It's about to move. You can sense it. What's the worst thing that happens? We lose some health? Let's raise it a little higher. A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system. There is some kind of countdown happening as it slowly processes the overwhelming brightness of the signal. The invertebrate is regaining control. Probably from the camera flash. I bet that overwhelmed it, right? The stimulus overloaded it. It's passing, like an extended moment, or a gallstone. Here, Within the smooth, white inner part of the limb, you sense something very intimate. Thoughts. No, that's our secret. We've weirded out Kim enough. Another shudder passes through the forearm under your palm. Feels like blood pumping through a brain. It's coming too. You withdraw your hands slowly. Do we want to tell Kim? I kind of do. Let's do it again. Lieutenant, it's thinking with its limbs. The nervous system could be spread out like that, he whispers behind you, over the extremities like a cuttlefish. Yeah, or an octopus. Or Rhyacintha, an occidental leaf insect with its brain stored in 4 leaf-like extensions. Or a mimicry octopus with its intelligent tentacles. Did you know a severed octopus tentacle can actually still hunt for food and try to bring it back to a mouth that isn't there anymore? That distributed intelligence is very real and very weird. Lick your finger. It tastes like sugar. That makes sense, because that would be what it would be digesting the things into. Very faint. The arthropod towers above you, tufts of reed pointing from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water. We got it, Kim. Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you. Disengage. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements. Stepping on the water, the long limbs carry its feather weight without breaking the surface. Oh. Wow, that crossed a lot of ground fast. And just like that, it's gone. Skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there among the reeds. A collection of items. Is gone. The lieutenant looks north with his hand raised to his brow. It can walk on water! Apparently, yes. Like a water strider, only... He shakes his head with amazement. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Kim, no one else has. We are unique humans now. What's that in the reeds? Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look. What now? What now? The old man behind you repeats suddenly. He's just put his hand into the ash. It's dirty and black. Friends, when you're doing a Let's Play, take your sinus medication and your allergy pills. He's in some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state. Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him. We sure do. Okay, what is this first off? It's a box with a fair-weather T500 helmet in it. And a rifle scope. Brother, you've managed to collect all the armor pieces. Too bad it's too late for the big showdown. The helmet wouldn't have helped me with my leg. It would have looked very impressive. Still, you found it all. Now your mortal coil is completely protected. Few cops are this futuristic. I'm not truly invincible. I have nothing to cover my legs. So what'd we just get? A common 30mm sniper scope attachable to almost any bolt-action 4.46 caliber. It uses an older-style non-dotted range-finding reticle. Seaweed is still stuck on the lens, and it suffered water damage from its time in the Phasmid's dowry. Oh, and Where'd you go? There. Fairweather T500 helmet. This monstrous-looking, bug-eyed ceramic helmet was in the phasmid's nest. It still has some reeds sticking out of it. And it smells of seawater, but it's otherwise wearable, if not exactly comfortable. Putting it on feels scary somehow. Oh my goodness. That is... that looks like Jigsaw, does it not? Okay. We'll leave it on for a moment, and that's it. +1 half-life. Head as a battering ram. -1 suggestion. A fighter, not a lover. We get nothing special for putting it on. What about putting everything on? No? Okay. Peepo? At least that looks kind of appropriate. Our shoes do not. And again, I kind of do that in the winter too. Why? Because I don't really get cold and I like what I like. So I'll just wear a blazer until I can't anymore. A passport. Glasia's passport. This well-traveled passport, with visas stamped in it, is issued by the Republic of Aranye. You found it in the phasmid's nest on the island. You can open it for more details. Am I still smoked up? A little bit. Minutes left 12. Okay, just keep an eye on it. This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Aranye, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alasia. Glasia's hidden documents from the empty buoy. The lieutenant looks at it in your hands. Look at the photo. It's Glacia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow. An old photo before life came and did what it does. What was this doing in the phasmid's nest? Maybe our man Mr. Dro took it from Glacia's, or whatever her name was, hiding place, or... No, the phasmid took it, and I sensed it. I knew it. I already talked about it with my audience. You have an audience? It's a long story, Kim, don't ask. Like a magpie? He looks around. What a coincidence. Then it would have also collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual. By now, the lieutenant has accepted your unusual methods. I can see how the helmet could wash up in the island. And the scope, maybe Mr. Dro lost it, but to seek out this would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod. Would it? Maybe it was just curious. Or curious octopus would do something similar. Or even a cuttlefish. Maybe it was curious like an octopus. An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an insect, it's a mollusk. But yes, I see your point. Didn't we just talk about distributed intelligence, too? They are tangentially related. Alright. Blackmailing plan? Perhaps, but that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest. Maybe it had a vendetta against Miss Aranye. No, that doesn't make any sense. Phasmids are not capable of holding grudges. Only humans and some tracking predators do that. It does say Katarzyna Alasie. She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith. Katarzyna Alasie was supposed to be her real name, where Glacia comes from, remember? God damn it. I told you she kept lying to you. She's probably lying to someone else now, in another city. Yeah, she lied to us again. Yes, somehow, she managed to lie to us one more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now. Lieutenant smiles. What's her real name, then? I don't know. But it's not Katarzyna Alasie, or Glacia, or Anouk Meyer-Schmidt. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's... He looks east. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district right now. The winds are silent. The streets are empty of her. She is no longer in the city of Revachol. And we are going to break off before we continue with this further. Thank you for coming.